Hey, well, welcome to the Your EMDR Guide live demo. My name is Amy Eichert. I'm an EMDRIA approved consultant.
And I'm Julie Timke, and I'm a consultant in training.
Great,
And
awesome. Oh, go ahead. Sorry, Anna.
I'm Anna Timke, and I'm a designer for the Guidebook.
Hmm, Probably one of the most important pieces for us, for sure.
Absolutely.
So wanted to talk briefly about why Julie and I decided to create these digital products. In 2021, we both did training to do EMDR intensives, and we looked at a lot of workbooks that were available for that type of a service. And we really just got inspired to create something that was a little bit more comprehensive and user friendly. And then we realized over time, and Julie will talk more on this piece, that this is really something that can be used for standard EMDR sessions as well. Um, for me, I really wanted a document that was user friendly and would increase client engagement. Because, for instance, when I give out a Pisces grid to clients, I hand them the piece of paper. About 90% of the time, it does not come back. But with clients who are using our products, the QuickStart and the Guidebook, there seems to be a lot more engagement and commitment. And so they are then using that Pisces grid, which is part of the Guidebook. They are completing their resources. They're doing all of that and then bringing that to session.
Yeah, I mean, that's a really great point because we find it so important that the client engagement is high. And as an EMDR therapist and a practice owner, I not only want my clients to be very engaged, I want all of our practitioners here who are doing EMDR work to have some consistent way of measuring where a client's at and even how they finish after they do the treatment. So it's been a really fun process working with Amy and Anna, and we've had some other participants who've made this product kind of taken it to the next level. And it's broken down in three parts. We have the quick start, the guidebook, and the companion. And it really allows the distinction of what is my role now. The first role for the client and the therapist is to gather the data. So I'm just going to briefly show you the quick start. We do have three versions. When we do pricing at the end, we'll kind of give you a little variance between what they are, but mostly it's starts with some phase one information gathering, and then also the basic scores and measurement tools. Anna has fortunately put in how to use it to start with. And so she gives in every product a page that says, hey, do this here. Hey, do this there. And what's really nice for us here at Indie Counseling, that's my practice name, we can link our website to it. So there's ways that you can always go. This one is linked to our EMDR website, your EMDR guide, but our other products that Indie Counseling use for our clients, they can actually go to Indie Counseling website. So we have a great opportunity for them to connect with us at all times. And we'll talk about that at the end, how you as an individual or practice owner can do the same. So what you see here is the index. That's a place you can check which scores you want to get from them. What we do find, which is great, no matter how many we mark, because this is a continuous document that just scrolls, people complete them all. I find it really great because in the past, like Amy mentioned, I'll hand out a paper or I'll send an email with 5 different attachments and they'll miss some of them. But with this product, it will continue to go and they are likely to just feel the flow of completing all these inventory screenings at the same time. However, if they ever want to go back to the index, they can just go back in the corner and go back up. So there's lots of different ways that if they don't want to scroll, they can go page to page. It's a very smart document. And then when they're done, they can upload it. We have an EHR system where they can upload that. Other therapists might have an email system to where they send that back to you. The client gets to keep this copy, so they have this data and we have this. We often go over that ahead of time with them, especially a DES, which we tend to go over in our intake so that we can really clinically assess if they answered that in a way that's most meaningful, since that's often done in person. Oh, yes. And also the informed consent. This is another thing that we really want to keep as a record that's often missed sometimes in our practice. So we thought it was just vital that we include it in our QuickStart. Great. Thanks, Anna.
All right, thank you, Julie. And then for the guidebook, this was the original document that we created. This was kind of like the meat of it. And then we realized, okay, this piece is important, but there's the pre stuff and the post stuff, which Julie will talk about the post or kind of concurrent document to this next. But it's the same logistics technically for jumping page to page, but it outlines for you. We think it's very important as part of our EMDR orientation to really make sure the client has an understanding of the process, that we are working with 8 phases. It's not just come into the office and we're doing eye movements, and that there are 3 prongs, and all of those pieces will be included in their EMDR therapy. So then we give them an opportunity to answer some questions. Is there any part of them that is feeling hesitant or curious about something? Anything that they maybe want more information on. And then again, we go over like the informed consent piece. And then here's where we really start to identify resources that will be incorporated into their therapy. In the QuickStart, there are a few resources. A couple of them are videos that clients can use throughout that process. Now, these are the more traditional or standard EMDR resources we want them to go ahead and really start thinking about before they come in to start the phase 3 through 6 work. And some of these probably look familiar to you, or calm, safe place, container. And if you do attachment work, the figures. The attachment-based internal reenactment is another resource that we use as well. Okay, and then as we scroll down, there's just a quick checklist, really teaching the client how to start noticing, right? Because we want to have that optimal dual attention. So now here is an opportunity to start doing that before they even come in. We have the introductory information on not just bilateral stimulation, but mental taxation tasks as well. There are a lot of EMDR therapists that incorporate those mental taxation tasks. So we educate the client beforehand. Then we go on to the belief inventory, which when they come in and you do assessment is going to be part of creating their target plan. So we have the SUD and the VOC. We go into some negative cognitions to give the client a kind of an introductory, like what category are we working with? And then the next page, we've got the PCs, or the positive cognitions, same thing. Okay. And then having them kind of reflect on which ones really did they feel the strongest. So they can start outlining that. And another opportunity for a check-in with self, some opportunity for reflection. And then we start to look at present triggers. Okay, and this is our introduction of the TICES log, or the TICES grid. So they get that information up front. Then we expound on it there, and then here's their log. So this is something that they can use between each session and then bring in. So we give them a few different pages to work with. Excellent. Then another check-in, an opportunity for them to reflect, and then for them to provide more information to us. And then future templates, because we are working with 3 prongs, right? So our future templates, we can be looking for what are those anticipatory anxiety pieces, or what's that ideal future state of being? What do they want to have that future rehearsal to be focused on? And for therapists who really lean into that exposure work, here's an opportunity to have your client go ahead and start creating their hierarchy. And then that is the bulk of the guidebook. We do have appendices that go into a bit more detail, which we won't get super detailed on today, but biofeedback and neurofeedback, which we offer here, ego state work, other resources, things of that nature. So that is all attached along with more information on the AIP model, which is what EMDR is based on.
Right. Thanks.
Right.
Yeah, so it's wonderful that we can give this to our client. Again, they get to keep this. And so often they're like, so many of our family or friends want to know what I'm doing. And you've told me about EMDR, you've given me that one-page handout or website to go to. But with this product, they've been able to feel way more educated about what they're doing. And we've just noticed an increased buy-in because they have their own words to go back over what the phases are. And as Amy mentioned, so many people get hung up on waiting for phase 4 and the bilateral or mental taxation task. And this really keeps reinforcing to them that there is so much, if you want to comprehensively use EMDR, to do. The last part of our product helps the therapist. It helps the therapist at any developmental level pull together all the things that they need to do their job and, again, kind of complete everything. Most of us have possibly our own favorite documents, but this will pull together if we choose to put their data that we've collected from them so we can reflect on that as we do a case conceptualization. This, if you want to use it, if you don't want to, you don't have to, but the intake correlates with what the client filled out, and it goes in the order to which they filled out similar information. So this just prompts the therapist to follow up at a deeper level what the therapist or what the client has already provided. That way you're not repeating and asking them again what they've already provided us, which is a huge pet peeve for a lot of our clients. It just continue on and it expands on what the customer or client has already shared. So again, this is really long. It's not for everybody. You don't have to fill out parts just like any other formed document, but at least it does like it is a companion to that original intake. Then we have a chance for the therapist to reflect on those clinical findings and really start to put together the heart of the case conceptualization. So we have some things here that let you write that out. This is great if you are somebody who goes to consultation, which we hope people do, where you can really bring this information and present to your group or your consultant or perhaps another therapist you're consulting with, and it consolidates everything. And you really feel like a star when you have all this together. Normally the insight for the therapist is higher, but also to be able to share it. You have everything pretty much everybody asked of you to help them think of other ideas for your client. And then finally, we have the treatment plan. What's nice about this feature, it has some population ability where we type in what they're working on, and then it can populate back into the final report or plan. So if you take the time to do this and then your work is complete, it will kind of keep that data collected for you so you can create a final report. A final report is great for that client who can really remember back what they targeted, how they worked, maybe which resources work best for them. We want them to continue on. We want them to feel empowered that if something comes back up, they have a plan themselves. Or let's say they're working with a therapist. They have a primary therapist that doesn't do EMDR. This therapist can look this over and see the high level to which things were woven in and how well it worked for their client. One of the things we will do, even though we want to encourage everybody to buy the whole package of all of these things, is that the final summary that you would put together for yourself, for the client, or their primary therapist, you will receive that because we really believe that it's important for a client to know what work did occur. Many people will do work in the future again, And what a relief for them that they have some kind of document that reminds them of what they did. So we're very proud of that piece as well. And then there is an appendix as well. Have a few other things that go back over information that you might not necessarily need, but it's like your own self-care, which we encourage people to do. There's some beautiful work out there done by our EMDR community that can help us stay healthy as an EMDR clinician. So we put some things in there for you to just really kind of pay attention to yourself. And then also some education if you're not familiar with some of the EMDR 2.0 things that we've included, or if you want to come to even our website later, we'll have even more things and more videos that we have in our queue to work on to add to our website and to send out to our customers so they can share with theirs. So that's pretty much, yeah, like our product there. We definitely will invite you to come to our website to look through this so you can kind of look through it at your own pace. Today's demo really is to give you a brief kind of feel for the product, and then we can talk more about the pricing. Great. So on our website too, we have our pricing. If you go to Indie Counseling's website, and we'll send out those links as well. You can see how we as a group practice provide this product for our clients. It is not required that if you purchase these products or a bundle, that you have to charge your client for it, but we're going to encourage you to consider some cost that is shared with the client. Why? Well, generally, if they have a buy-in, I've paid for this, I'm going to use it, you are going to see a better return and possibly even more details filled out because they have put their, as we call it, skin in the game. They put some money toward it. Like other programs, like I'm a Safe and Sound user, they don't tell you how much to charge for this product, and we're going to do the same. Our licensing agreement says you, as the purchaser of this product, can legally sell it to other people, not the whole product. You can't sell it to other EMDR therapists, but you can give these versions to be used with your clients for a rate you charge. So we first have to charge you. So do we have our pricing area, Anna?
Mhm.
I think it's helpful to hear and see what those prices are. Are you pulling that up? Sorry.
Can you see it?
No, mine still says the guidebook.
Oh, let me stop share and new share.
Okay, here we go.
Mhm.
So we hope you'll take the time to go to the website and kind of look at the pricing because it would be too cumbersome to go over every specific price. We gave you the option to look them over and pick and purchase only the pieces that you want. But like most products, we've bundled them and encouraged people to get the entire bundle and allow you to save money by doing so. So all these digital products come as you see them, and they also come with some options to add your company or your name to the product. We have some pricing, we call it white labeling, that allows you, if you have a ready to go, sharp, high resolution version, then you can add to bundles for $150 to everything having your name or company logo on that. If there needs to be some customization, that's going to go up to $200. Otherwise, there are some places if you buy like a single product, let's say you're only interested in the guidebook, then it's either $35 or $50 to add your information to that product. We're going to encourage you to do that for many reasons. I think it allows them to be highly connected to you, but it isn't necessary to do that. It is an option. We think you'll like it because it helps you promote your business. And especially if you're going to give this to another therapist, if they're going to get a release and ask that to be shared, then your name's attached to it. And I think it's a great product that you'll be attached to. So that has a little bit of a wow factor. In our product, we have, like I said, some different versions of the QuickStart, and we have one companion and then, excuse me, one guidebook and one companion. So if that's a little confusing, we just want you to know we have 3 QuickStarts because what we've discovered is that, oh, I'm sorry, I said that wrong, but I'll go back over it. So with the Quick Start first, we found that we have some clients that are already existing. And so we've already done most of the phase 1 work, what we also could call the intake. And so we really wanted to ask them a few questions that were more phase 1 specific, but not do the full history because we already have that. So to us, it's very important to have that existing client version, because if, let's say we're doing some CBT, ERP work, and then we switch to EMDR, we don't want them to be treated as if they're a brand new person to us, but that they're moved into the EMDR phase work. Complex version is great for individuals that really perhaps have CPTSD or other things, dual diagnosis, goes into a longer version of getting the information you need to know up front. This is also very important for those of us doing intensives and deciding if someone would be a good intensive client, if they're ready, if they're stable enough. And so gathering this information helps us make that decision as well. Our simplified version isn't simple, it's just the most streamlined version. So you can buy those individually or packaged. You can buy the guidebook, and then you can buy the companion. And we do have 2 versions, and that is based on the type of intake there is. The full complete bundling option allows you to get either all 3 of the quick starts. You can get a bundle of quick starts, guidebook and companion, or you can get the final bundle. It's the one that we recommend because it gives you the most flexibility to use with your clients. And that is $175 saving for that. Now, you're looking at the cost and you think, okay, well, there's some different price points there, and I could see myself doing that. We want you to consider doing that with the numbers attached to it of what you'll get as a return when you get that buy-in or sell to your clients. Just as a disclaimer, you do have to charge your state's sales tax on that. We do that here at Indie Counseling. We filled out an online form to become registered to collect sales tax. It was a $25 charge. I'll tell you that for the state of Indiana. And then we are able to pay online any sales tax we collect. And so that's a very simple process for us here. When they get their different bundles off our website, it can charge them. So you would want to have a feature, ideally have a feature online. That way they can pay by credit card and download the product, have that sent to them. It also has some of the reminders that it is a copyrighted document and it's for their use only. So let's think again about how many clients you see. Let's say you have an average of 5 new clients a month. I'll send out a document to anybody interested. We're on our mailing list, and then we'll later publish it on our website. That really has a breakdown. Let's say you decide to charge, the base price we're recommending is $25 for your client to get their quick start and their guidebook. But in most practices, you really want to wage what you're charging for your sessions and think more of like a percentage. And so you could do 40, 50, 75, 100. You could do more. And so if you're looking at perhaps mid-range, that $50 range, you had 5 clients a month, it's $250 a month. Within a year, that's $3,000 of income you've made off a product that perhaps you've paid the full price for, $750. You can see that you've gone beyond that, and that's just in your first year of using it. You can continue to use it. We will, if we change some things, find some typos, if we keep the product but maybe make it more enhanced, we'll send you upgrades at different points. If we add brand new features to it, you'll have the option to add that new feature and get that new version for a nominal charge. So you can use this ongoing for years. If you had 10 new clients a month, you're looking at about $6,000 worth of income after 12 months or a year of use. If you're a group practice and multiple people are using this product, then those numbers just go up to how many, clients do you see as a whole practice. So again, this is a product we're very proud of. We feel like it has great value. And it's something that we want people to use, obviously, in a way that we thought, why not let you sell it back to your clients? They will have more buy-in. You will have more seamless back and forth with them, and they'll be left with something that shows them the work they did. Anything else to add, Amy, before we wrap up for today?
I was just wondering if Anna could show them how to book consultation time with us.
Great.
If anyone had questions before they move forward with purchasing. So on our website, the contact tab right here, and we have designated days and times. It could be Julie or Anna or I, to be able to get 30 minutes of consultation time to walk you through the products again, answer any questions, things of that nature. So
Very good. And then after you purchase a product, you can get some more consultation time if you want to kind of go back over it, or if you want to talk to Anna specifically about white labeling, then you can continue to come back here and get some guaranteed one-on-one time for yourself so that you can use this product well and feel very confident about it yourself. Great, thanks. So we'll stop sharing at this point and then open it up to questions.